Hey everybody, it's Marissa here. This is going to be my KC Undercover Season 1, Episode 21 of the review and rundown, I believe. I've had a crazy day, and I haven't even been able to get, all ready. I'm still in my pajamas, and I'm still, dirty and disgusting. But that's okay, because we'll be doing KC Undercover review, and I'm super excited. And also, congratulations to me, because today is my YouTube channel's 3rd birthday. And I gave a what? Yeah, I know, it's cray. But let's get on with it. So, review time. So, this episode was crazy because Raven Symone, oh my gosh, this episode was so good. So, Raven Symone pretty much is life, and without her, there was nothing. So, I've always been a big Raven Symone fan my whole life. That's a Raven, purely everything. That was gold on a screen. Not even Raven, but it was mostly Raven, come on. But it was also Annalise Vanderpool and, Orlando Brown and just, Kyle Massey. Just the whole cast was great. Every episode was written amazingly. Everything was just so great. But what made it, That's a Raven was Raven. And I feel like that was the biggest thing that I loved about this episode is that what made this episode was Raven. And we forget, okay, you know what? Zendaya, she's queen, and she's probably the new Raven. But let's push her aside for a moment. Let's push Zendaya aside. Let's push the whole cast. Raven pretty much dominated this episode, and this episode was as good as it was with Raven. If there was no Raven in this episode, there would have been no episode. This episode, oh my gosh. Okay, so let's just run it down. So we find out where Judy, we find out where she comes from. We find out who made her. Obviously, we kind of already found out from the promos and the trailers, all that stuff. But we, got to get a little bit in depth with it. Oh, by the way, I totally forgot to tell you guys, but it is September. The whole week has been boiling hot, yet now a storm breaks out. Right when I'm going to do a video. Clouds form, and Poseidon's mad. No, I'm joking. But, no, I'm serious. But this, the window, there's no lighting in it, so I had to do it as much lighting as I could. Just bear with me, people. Bear with me. Alright, so anyway, going back to this. So, yeah, we kind of already knew about the whole Symone thing, but it was awesome to see that, we got to get a little bit more in depth with it. Judy wanted to know where she come from, Judy wanted to know where she came from. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Judy wanted to know where she came from, and because, about the whole Petey's birthday, and she didn't have a birthday, she wanted to know when her birthday was, but she didn't have no birthday, because, Casey had to be like, oh, you don't get a birthday, and, no, that's not how it was, but you know what I'm talking about, and all that jazz. But, basically, she found Symone Devereaux, and kind of brought her out of hiding. And we also got to see a Raven fly. One of the things I really liked about this is that the Symone that she played in the present day was different than the Symone that she did in the past. Because the hair and stuff, the hair looked crazy. It looked like old Raven, and combined with, new Raven style. It felt like that, too. When she was playing past Symone, it kind of felt like past Raven. And then, when she played present Symone, it kind of with the hair and everything like that. It just felt like present Raven. And so, having those two, having her act two different things was really great to see in this episode. Check by that, yeah. But another thing that was really fun to see in this episode was, of course, not Judy, sorry, we already talked about her, was Ernie and Marissa. Before we get into any more Raven stuff, let's talk about Marissa real quick. Her side story this episode was hilarious. Okay, so she got a job, at El Loco, Frodo, Konomo, Jojo, Hobo, and, and when she was there, she got the job there, and she pretty much, Casey let her borrow the memory spray, and she got in trouble so many times by the boss. She's like, and just memory sprayed this guy, and I'm like, Marissa? You really serious right now? And so anyway, once Marissa was doing that, I just thought I laughed at that the whole time. And then when she ran out but actually sprayed herself, it was hilarious. So I feel like that side story was actually really funny. Another side story with Marissa is also the Marissa and Ernie side story, where they both play this video game, and they both think that they're chatting and gaming with somebody else, yet it's actually each other, and they meet for the first time, and they're going to go on a date, yet it's the other two, they don't like each other, which I thought was hilarious. I think that was in another show as well. I think they did that. Like, I think that was in another Disney show, but I can't think which one it was, unfortunately. But, you know, it was really fun to see that, they kind of, you know, it was really cool to see that they were gonna date each other, yet they're like, nobody tells Casey up in this club, like, what, okay? Alright, so one of the things that I also loved is the undercover stuff with Symone and KC. I thought that Raven played this, the paper towels! You want paper towels? I thought that was hilarious. Like, I laughed so hard at this episode, I'm telling you right now. Like, my throat is just busted from laughing so much. Like, our throat? I mean, like, voice box? Mouth? Speaking voice. I don't know. But it was broken so much from, like, how much this episode was hilarious. Like, I laughed the whole time. So especially at the paper towels. Another thing that is A Little Octave Below Beyonce. That joke was hilarious by Zendaya. I feel like those two together are comedian gold. So I feel like spin-off series with Raven and KC, and called That's So KC, because that was a hashtag that was trending last night. So I feel like That's So KC can be a thing. It has to be a thing. And then another thing was, like, if we can't get if we can't get That's So KC, let's get Raven back to Disney. Let's get her back on a show, and let's get her, like, I don't even care. Like, she can play Simone Devereaux. She can play Raven again, like Raven Baxter. She can play anything. She can play anything like she wants. Let's just have her be on Disney, like, or not even Disney. Let's like have her be on TV all the time, every week, making us laugh. I feel like that is something that we all need. She's on The View, but also I want her to, like, her acting is so good, and she's so great, and she's just, every time she's on something, the spotlight is always on her. She was on Blackish, I think she was on Empire, now KC Undercover, and hopefully she'll be on something else. I haven't heard any word yet, but hopefully she'll be on something else, because I really like seeing Raven. I really like seeing Raven. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, so I feel like also with the comic book Action Girl TV show stuff, with her and the fight scenes in the warehouse, that was just amazing. Like, I just thought that was awesome. With like fighting the Judys, or not, they didn't fight the Judys, did they? No, they fought that. Symone fought the security guard, and KC fought the Judys. So I thought that was really fun as well. And rescuing Judy, and then taking down the other side. Once more, KC's going up against the other side. Because remember, she went, what's it called? She battled the other side. I can't speak today. She battled the other side. I thought that was hilarious as well. So she won that other episode. So now she's doing it again in this episode. I felt like it was amazing. But enough said about that. This episode, I truly think I'm gonna watch it a billion more times. Raven is such a good actress. She's such a great person. I feel like everybody on Disney is really great. I feel like everyone who's been on Disney, they're great people, and Disney knows how to cast the right people. I feel like, just, like, today has been crazy, but it's also been great because today is the 3rd birthday of my channel, like I told you guys. So I feel like I'm I don't know, thinking a lot about, like, yesterday and the day before that, I was like, I'm gonna make a channel video, I'm gonna do, I'm really excited, and I've been thinking a lot today, and about, like, just everything? I don't know. But I feel like Disney picks really great people, and I feel like they need to continue. They need to continue doing that. They need to continue putting on great people, and they do all the time. But they also have fallen back from the kingdom that they sat on. I feel like they're not as good as they were. And I'm not bashing on Disney at all. I'm not saying that the shows that they have now are not good, because I love Girl Meets World. I love Best Friends Whenever. Like, I love all the shows that they have, but, I'm going to give it like a but right here. But, let's be honest, everybody knows it, they are not as popular, they're not as great as they were. I'm not going to say popular, because they are really popular, but they're not as great as they were. I feel like the reason why is because TV, and I'm not, like, actually, no, I'm not bashing Disney. Actually, I'm kind of getting on to Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon a little bit, but not Disney. Well, actually, I'm going to get on to Disney, too. I feel like, and mostly these are cartoons. I'm going to talk about their cartoons. They feel like they need to have dumb shows to impress us viewers. I feel like they need to have a dumb cartoon and like a ridiculous cartoon. They feel like they need to have over the top dumb characters in their shows to make us laugh. And that is not true. That is like, to me, I feel like that is definitely not true. I feel like they need to have people, like, for example, let's talk about Chelsea from That's So Raven. Not the brightest person in the box, but she's not the brightest person. Chelsea wasn't. But she was still, she was still able to do that dumb persona, but still, make it to where it wasn't over the top. Whereas some of the times, Disney these days have over the top dumb characters. And, and they're really great actors, and I love the actors that play these people, because they play it perfectly. Like, Ricky Garcia from Best Friends, whatever. Naldo, I wouldn't say he's dumb. I think that he's actually really smart, but it's like that dumb, like, kind of thing that he is. Perfectly. He's a really great actor, and a really great singer. And, like, let's see, another example. A true example. Let's think about another dumb character we got. I don't know, I can't think of any, like, big... I don't know. I can't think of all of them. But, I can't think of any. I don't know. I can't think of any. But except for, Ricky, or, like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I'm not bashing Disney. I'm not bashing anybody. But I'm just saying, sometimes they go over the top, and they're not as big as they used to. But bringing back Raven, I'm gonna get to the point now. Bringing back Raven has told me that they have not done as successful as they were back then, because Raven grew up in that state. Like, she grew up in when Disney was in Disney when it was at its highest point, and now it's not. I feel like it's like a few notches down. They're still great. They're amazing writers, amazing executive producers, amazing directors. But I feel like seeing Raven in this episode has made me realize that they're not as great as they were, and I feel like we need to get back to that. I feel like KC Undercover is the show that helped me, like, the show that's almost there, because KC Undercover has aspects of old Disney brought into new Disney. I feel like Zendaya actually wanted that to happen. So, shout out to that. I'm not bashing anything. I'm not bashing Disney, Cartoon Network. I'm not bashing Nickelodeon. I'm not bashing anything at all. I'm just saying, like, I'm not throwing shade. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying it wasn't as great as it used to. I'm just saying that. So don't like, get on to me at the comments down below. I'm just saying that. So thanks guys for watching. Like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. All those links are down below. There are links up there as well. Today's my channel's birthday. I'm going to do a really great video for you guys about that. So I'm going to be doing that in just a few seconds after I end this video. It's not going to be as, as crazy as it is. I'm just going to do this really nice video for you guys. So don't forget to tune in for that as well. Villain Thursdays, Hero Fridays, all that stuff's coming. And all that jazz. So thanks guys for watching, and see you later. Bye bye.